Excited to spend your National Heroes Day.
Always.
You can beat me.
And while enjoying a leisurely day, there is a prevailing sentiment of respect for the historical context of the holiday by taking a moment to appreciate the struggles and sacrifices of those who fought for the Bahamas' autonomy.
A lot of Bahamian heroes like Samalo Butler, Sir Lyndon Penland, and all the great men that went before us. I think it's great and fitting that we honor them, and it's good that all of our children know who they are and pass it on from generation to generation.
I just believe that we should represent and celebrate our heroes, which is Christopher Columbus.
Some of those national heroes was Lyndon Penland, Cecil Wallace Whitfield, Kendall Isaacs, A.D. Hanna, and the list goes on.
Rashad Adderley urging fellow Bahamians to remember and honor the legacy of the recently departed Honorable Obie Wilshcombe on this significant day and in the years to come.
October 12th was the number one day that we knew for National Heroes Day, and Mr. Wilshcombe will be related to rest on that day, so I hope that they make him a national hero, because he is really one that we can all have a good memory of.
Well, the Cabinet Office announced that a state funeral will be held for the late Honorable Obadiah Hercules Wilshcombe, Cabinet Minister and Parliamentarian, on Thursday, the 12th of October, 2023 at 11 a.m. at Christ Church Cathedral, George Street. Interment will be held in West and Grand Bahama on Saturday, the 14th of October, 2023. The body will lie in state in the foyer of the House of Assembly, Parliament Square, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 11th of October, 2023. Signing for the general public will be from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 11th of October. A period of mourning will commence at sunrise on Tuesday, the 10th of October, until sunset on Thursday, the 12th of October. During this time, the national flag will be flown at half-mast throughout the Bahamas. A funeral procession will take place on Thursday, the 11th of October, 2023, leading from the House of Assembly to the church, and on completion of the church service, the march will lead from the church to the House of Assembly, where the sunset ceremony will take place. The funeral service will be carried live from the church on the ZNS radio and television network beginning at 11 a.m. Well, as the country continues to mourn the passing of the late West Grand Bahama and Bimini Member of Parliament, the Honorable Obie Wilshcombe, supporters of the Progressive Liberal Party gather at their headquarters in Bimini to pay tribute to their late MP and to discuss their plans for his memorials and funeral. Our Aja Quant was on the island and filed this report.
Bimini love you, we do. Bimini love you, we do. Bimini love Obie, Bimini love you, Bimini love you, we do.
Many residents on the island of Bimini still taking the death of the Honorable Obie Wilshcombe hard. Minister Wilshcombe, who served as the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, was known for his dedication to his constituents. His passing leaving a void in not only the communities he served, but also the Progressive Liberal Party he represented for decades.
He really pushed and pushed and pushed for Bimini, which in, Bimini right now is on the map really, and Bimini is doing real great when it comes to tourists and all the cruise port. So everything is looking good, but it's just a sad occasion to know we lost a giant.
Members of the PLP on the island gathering to honor their late Member of Parliament and discuss plans about Minister Wilshcombe's upcoming memorials and funeral.
Right now we are just focused on the service and memorial service and the funeral and all of that. So, but we right now trying to get plans together. We are trying to see how we can make provision for us to head to Freeport. Now, we were looking into airlift as well as on the water.
Smith telling us that their focus is solely on the services. However, when the time comes for the by-election, he believes they have some capable individuals who would be fitting representatives.
We have some people in mind, but like I say, we don't want to stir up nothing because, it could be a touchy situation, and we'll wait until, we hear from, I guess, the Nassau, and, we get together as West End and Bimini.
Now, while residents on Bimini continue to mourn, their hope is that whoever represents the island and West Grand Bahama will do so just as the late Honorable Obie Wilchcomb did. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant.
In more sad news, as we prepare to say our final goodbyes to our Natalie Martin Borough, we remember the legacy of the dedicated broadcaster. This week, her legacy will be honored through a memorial on Thursday, October 12th, 7:30 p.m. at New Life Worship Center on Coral Road. Following the memorial, a funeral service to celebrate her life and bid farewell will be held on Saturday, October 14th at 11 a.m. at Unity in Christ Assembly Fiddler's Green on Yeomanwood Street. Natalie Martin Borough was a nurturing presence, a guiding light, a mother to every journalist who walked through our newsroom doors, both in the past and the present. We take this time to extend condolences to her family and friends during this incredibly difficult time. Heading now into news from police. Police on Abaco are actively investigating a tragic boating accident that occurred on Friday, leaving 1 man dead and 9 others hospitalized. Our Azure Quant spoke with police on that northern island and filed this report.
It was a ferry trip gone wrong. 19 passengers on board a vessel traveling from March Harbor to Montage Key. Officer in charge of Abaco, Superintendent Will Hart, now confirming that the accident has left 9 hospitalized and 1 man dead.
Is conducting investigation into the matter in terms of the circumstances of the boating accident.
According to reports, the incident unfolding shortly after 8 p.m. on October 6, when a 28-year-old operator was ferrying an undisclosed number of workers from Marsh Harbor to Montage Key. The vessel, a white 27-foot boat equipped with a 250-horsepower Yamaha single engine, reportedly struck a reef, resulting in passengers being thrown overboard.
We can speculate now that the cause of the accident was because of no neighbors on the boat and no functioning electronic equipment. But as it stands right now, we're still conducting investigations into the matter.
Tragically, one of the passengers thrown overboard was found unresponsive and was pronounced dead after being examined by the district medical doctor on Abaco. Meanwhile, police are refraining from disclosing the victim's identity, but confirms that he was a male in his early 30s.
So communications was made with the family members to confirm or deny that was their loved one. When that's done, the official identification is done, will be released, the person's name and their nationality.
Shortly after the news broke, reports of another missing man circulated on social media. It has since been confirmed that the man, Sean Bowe, was found and had received treatment at the local clinic. Superintendent Hart confirms, however, that no official missing persons report had been filed regarding Bowe.
I heard some information that this person named Sean Bowe was on the boat. And it was recently discovered. We have no knowledge of that. No report, no one listening to us. So I can't speak on that.
Superintendent Hart also reminding boaters that safety is important. He stresses that our waters are unique and boating vessels should be properly lit and equipped with electronic equipment and life vests. Investigations continue into this fatal boating accident. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant.
Thanks, Aja. Now, according to police, this evening search and rescue efforts have been discontinued as all persons have been accounted for. As for those hospitalized, they were treated and discharged. Passengers on board the vessel included Bahamians, Haitians, Guyanese, and Hispanics. In more news from police in Grand Bahama have taken 2 men aged 28 and 32 into custody after they were found in possession of an unlicensed firearm, according to reports. Shortly after 1 a.m. on Saturday, the 7th of October, 2023, officers from the Rapid Response Unit, acting on information, proceeded to a business establishment situated on Queens Highway. Upon arrival, a search of 2 males standing outside the establishment was conducted and a handgun was recovered. Investigations continue into that matter. Now also from police on Grand Bahama, they are still searching for 55-year-old Romaine Addison Smith of number 8 Franham Drive. Smith was first reported missing last week Thursday by police. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 175 pounds, medium build, dark brown complexion and dark brown eyes with a low haircut. Anyone spotting him is asked to please dial police at emergency 911 and National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or 1 Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106 or 9. Family Islanders can contact 242-300-8476. And when we come back, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture celebrates Youth Month by honoring 60 outstanding youth mentors. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition returns.
For it, you've got it. A new plant nursery fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Did you know that as a small island, Grand Bahama is extremely vulnerable to the effects of global warming? It's never too late to start practicing water conservation and to minimize your contribution to climate change by reducing your carbon footprint. Earth is our home, and there's only one, so let's take good care of it.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street. Phone them at 688-9661.
Have you ever wondered how electricity gets to your home? Let's start at the beginning. Our teams at our energy plant work around the clock to generate power to be delivered to your home or business. When it leaves the generating facility, electricity first travels to a switch yard that increases the voltage to allow it to travel long distances throughout the island. A network of high voltage transmission lines is the backbone of the electric grid and is used to carry large amounts of electricity across long distances. After completing the first leg of this journey, electricity arrives at the neighborhood substation. The substation's job is to lower the voltage before power can be sent over shorter distances closer to homes and businesses. Once lowered, the electricity is now ready for the final leg of its voyage. When it leaves the substation, it travels along the distribution poles and wires, the ones you see every day around your community. Just outside your home or business, the electricity voltage is further reduced by a pole mount transformer to a level that customers use in their homes or businesses. And now that the electricity has finally reached its destination, it travels through a meter, flows to a service panel, and then to the outlets inside your home. To learn more about how our business operates, visit our website or follow us on Facebook.
Calling all schools on Grand Bahama. Join ZNS Northern Service as we wage war on breast cancer by participating in the 2nd annual Pink Pumpkins for the Cure. Each school is required to create one pink pumpkin to help spread the message of prevention and early detection. For more details and to sign up for the competition, contact our marketing department at 359-5143. Pink Pumpkins for the Cure. No one fights alone.
8:10 a.m. The Light. Coffee and conversation with me, Gigi. Waking you up each
The aim is to inspire you. The aim is to encourage you. It's a joy to come here each and every morning. I don't consider this work at all. I haven't worked a day in my life. That's how much I enjoy it.
Covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Imagine sharing your love for music and country in Times Square, New York, or even with your friends in the Caribbean. Well, that overwhelming surge of emotions felt by the 40-member team comprising the Bahamas Brass Band Grand Bahama segment, the group recently traveling back to Grand Bahama after putting on a show-stopping performances abroad as they celebrated the country's Golden Jubilee. Our Raven Davis spoke with the band director in Grand Bahama and shares the details in this report.
Well, the Bahama Brass Band has laid yet another historic feat under its belt.
That is director of the Bahama Brass Band Grand Bahama segment, Pastor Barry Morris, beaming with Bahamian pride as he recounted the moment the electrifying sounds of the band traveled overseas. Morris says it's a joy to introduce the world to an infusion of culture meshed with authentic Bahamian gospel music.
We were able to go into Antigua to celebrate with the with persons from the Church of God in Prophecy there, but to also have an opportunity to celebrate our 50th independence. And we put off a concert there, and it was amazing. The enthusiasm of the people, you know, waving their Bahamian, at least waving our Bahamian flags and celebrating with us. But I think the highlight of the entire week was when the band converged on Times Square in New York City. I mean, the people, they interacted with us. They wanted to hear about the Bahamas, and it was an opportunity for us once again to sell the Bahamas, let people know that this is the place to come. This is the premier tourist destination.
He says the band has been an institution in country since 1925, operating in New Providence first before getting its start in Grand Bahama in 1956.
On the day that the Bahamas was born, in 1973, both bands were leading parades, celebrating this moment. So we feel a part of the fabric of the Bahamas and in its history. And so we feel a sense of obligation to demonstrate our Bahamian pride and to let it leak out, pour out wherever we go.
And as for what's next, the band is already preparing to celebrate yet another milestone, turning 100 in 2 years.
And so this is also a part of our celebrations to offset that. And so you're going to be hearing some wonderful things concerning the Bahama Brass Band and what it is we intend to do. Of course, you know, the band, and I can speak particularly for Grand Bahama, has been a band, you know, of service to the community. We have helped to raise funds for any number of charities around the island, and we just simply ask that we gain support, likewise, to help us to do the things that we do.
Now, Morris says the band intends to go to the regions beyond, continuing its mission of letting people know about the beauty of the Bahamas. In essence, he's appealing to the wider community for financial assistance. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis. Well, Youth Month is a special time, and the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture recognized 60 youth leaders for their outstanding efforts in youth mentorship over the years. The honorees were treated to a special appreciation breakfast at the Forster B. Pastigna Hall this past Saturday. Bringing special remarks was Senator Kirk Russell, who paid homage to the leaders while charging them to continue in their efforts.
This country, this 50 years of success that we boast and brag about, man, could not have happened without people like you making the sacrifice and you to practice. The 3 Ds to succeed: discipline, dedication, and determination. I can tell you this: the good Lord who has brought you thus far will bring your work, your efforts to completion.
Now, the honoree list included Cecil Thompson, Reverend Lindy Russell, and Lisa Higgs, who voiced their gratitude. They've also done some work together in the past, and to be standing on the same stage meant a great deal to them.
Most of the persons who are being honored today, I depended heavily on them when I was principal, when I was the district superintendent, and of course when I was in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture.
Working with young people is gratifying. It keeps me young. And I've been working with mentoring girls in all that time. So it gives me great pleasure to see how some persons are now leaders in their community.
Pleased to be here so that they acknowledge the work that we've done. We continue to do our work, and we give God thanks for it.
Well, y'all didn't think I was going to let this Monday go by and not talk about my Miami Dolphins, who put a beating on the Giants yesterday, but I'm going to let Shane Stubbs do it in your sports package.
Happy National Heroes Day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs, and welcome to your evening sports chat. We've got some brief updates for you, so let's kick things off with soccer. Coach Tony Hernandez and the Baja Junior Soccer Club out of Nassau spent some time enjoying some great exhibition games against the GB Soccer Club over the weekend.
This is our second trip. We came early, I think it was either May or April this year. The first trip was pretty good. We had good fun. We came for one day, and this time we decided we're going to come for a longer period. Coach Mary and Coach Don has given us a good idea of how we could collaborate. When we come here, we want to win. They want to win, and so it's kind of good for the sport because everybody want to win. But at the end of the day, the kids having fun.
Certainly look forward to more soccer being played between those two clubs. Meanwhile, things did not go Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty's way in Game 1 of the WNBA Finals. The Las Vegas Aces held serve on home court, taking that matchup 99-82. Jones, though, would finish with a double-double, 16 points and 10 rebounds. The league's MVP, Breanna Stewart, led the Liberty with 21 points and 9 boards. The Aces were led by Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young, who finished with 26 points each. Game 2 of that best-of-5 series is set for this coming Wednesday. Lastly in sports, scores from the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers dismantled the Dallas Cowboys in Sunday Night Football, the score in that one 42-10. The Miami Dolphins would bounce back from their loss to the Bills last week. They took care of business against the New York Giants 31-16. The Kansas City Chiefs bested the Minnesota Vikings 27-10. The Pittsburgh Steelers stunned the Baltimore Ravens 17-10. The New Orleans Saints dominated the New England Patriots 34-0. And the Jacksonville Jaguars got over the Buffalo Bills over in London 25-20. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's your update in sports this evening. I'm Shane Stubbs. Be safe and be great.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood. And your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
Introducing our sizzling deal of the season. Sink your teeth into delicious piping hot Pizza Hut pizzas layered with your favorite toppings. Order 2 large one-topping pizzas for just $27.70. Call Pizza Hut Freeport at 352-9191 to order now. Available for carryout and delivery. 352-9191. Your taste buds and pocket will thank you. Only available at Pizza Hut Freeport.
Yo, this guy's time to speak.
I've been having a problem with this for weeks.
You get on there, this got a service. I just need my third family.
Where I gotta go?
Well, you see we in incarcerated, right? Head on Legnum Valley Road, next to Butler Street Home. Right there. The mufflers, we stay here, all that.
I coming to jack you right now, bro.
All right.
Services, muffler repairs, manifold repairs, exhaust repairs, electric welding, and more. Monday to Friday, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Coq de Termites Former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Somebody call the Brinks truck.
Christmas in Freeport presents the Black Bottle Christmas Concert featuring the Boss, Rick Ross, live in concert.
The biggest concert of the year. And you know the biggest boss gonna run out there, boy.
On Saturday, December 23rd at Goombay Park, Freeport, Bahamas, with DJs like Tico T, Overdose, 1K Gaza, DJ Cannon, Just Ride, King Diano, Little Giant, DJ Slangs, DJ Future, Matt Bull, and more. It's Christmas in Freeport. The Black Bottle Christmas, BBC, Part 5, with Rick Ross, the Boss, performing live. Saturday, December 23rd, 2023, at Goombay Park, Freeport, Bahamas. Doors open at 9 p.m. until. Security is strictly enforced. For more info, call 602-7751 or 727-3226. The Black Bottle Christmas Concert.
The biggest boss in the biz, Ricky Rose, I'm performing live.
For sponsorship and Skybox info, call 602-7751.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Martha Edgecombe, you are our Facebook friend of the day, and we are wishing you a happy birthday. We hope you enjoyed, and we say thank you for always watching. Also, a happy retirement going out to Superintendent Marsha Stubbs. After serving 43 years to the Bahamas Customs Department, we thank you for your service. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Tonight, the National Report, Bahamians bestowed high honors. The latest on the tragedy at sea in Abaco, war raging in Israel, and in sports, WNBA finals underway. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here, faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Dawn Davis, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for tuning in. This National Heroes Day seeing a number of Bahamians receiving some of the nation's highest honors for their stellar contributions to nation building. Investiture ceremonies have been taking place all day long at Government House, and that's where we find Desmond Saunders, who has more on this year's class of honorees. Good evening, Desmond.
Pleasant good evening, LaDon, and good evening, Bahamas. I'm coming live here at the lower grounds of Government House. A pleasant good evening to all of you. Their contributions are wide and far-reaching, representing a colorful spectrum of fields within national development. 98 Bahamians receiving high honors this evening here at the lower grounds of Government House for the 2023 Investiture of National Honors. There will be awards for Order of Merit and medals for acts of bravery. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, will address honorees. This morning, scores of Bahamians received honors. As Corporal Pytham tells us, it was a proud moment for the country.
Each name, each story is a chapter of the narrative of the Bahamas, a story of tenacity and unyielding commitment to nation building.
The Lower Gardens at Government House, the staging grounds for this year's National Honors Investiture, recognizing an extraordinary class on the holiday now named for heroes.
I really had not considered that I would be honored, and it is a compelling list of people. In fact, the lady I was walking with, my oldest sister, she's being honored as well.
Legendary Boys Brigade Captain Fernley Palmer getting the Order of Distinction honor as he nears his 94th birthday.
The Boys Brigade is built on twin pillars, religion and discipline. That's our whole story, religion and discipline.
The honorees on this year's National Honors List, and there are many of them, some of them posthumously from different classes of honors, but what is common among all of them is that each has contributed in some significant way to the overall national development of the country.
I consider it a personal honor to be recognized by the people in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's particularly meaningful because this is the 50th anniversary awards, and I feel extremely honored to be included. I really do.
I'm very happy and very pleased to receive it. You know, like I said, we have so many, about 10 walls with all kind of other, but most of them from international.
I think that the importance of National Heroes Day, which is a sort of recent phenomenon in our history, is a celebration of the people who built this country with their own hands.
Assistant Commissioner of Police B.K. Barnaby here to collect the honor on behalf of his father, late Commissioner B.K. Barnaby Sr., who died a decade ago.
I honestly wish he could have been here, but I know that he's smarter than saying, well done.
Our honorees represent the fields of education, the arts, science, public service, and many others. Their lives and achievements are stories of inspiration for every citizen, young and old.
Programs like this are designed to encourage the next generation of Bahamians to be better citizens and possibly become national heroes themselves. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
Our president of the Bahamas Christian Council, Bishop Delson Fernandez, speaking on the National System of Honors.
All of the persons being recognized today have done their part, from helping in disability, from helping in sports, hotel area. The list is vast, and it was so many that are going to be recognized over these 2 days. We pause and say thank you. Just as we used to pause and remember the rediscovery of these islands, we pause as a nation to say thank you to those who helped in the direction, planning, and development of this Bahamas we enjoy today.
The 2023 investiture of national honors well underway here at Lower Grounds Government House, and it will continue tomorrow morning. LaDon, back to you in the studios.
Thanks a lot, Desmond. Meantime, police probing a shooting incident in Eleuthera on Sunday, which left a 36-year-old man nursing injuries. The incident unfolded around 7:30 Sunday evening as the victim was walking to a home in Hatchet Bay. Reports said that he was accosted by 3 men he did not know who came out of a blue-colored vehicle. The unidentified men attempted to rob the victim, but a struggle ensued. One of the men took out a firearm, shot the victim in the left hand, and fled the scene. The victim was taken to hospital for medical attention. Investigations continue. We have more from the police tonight on that boating incident in Abaco over the weekend. What we can tell you is that search and rescue efforts have been discontinued as all persons have been accounted for. Additionally, the persons who sought medical attention in New Providence were treated and later discharged. Passengers on board the vessel were made up of Bahamians, Haitians, Guyanese, and Hispanics. Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, says the Bahamas has received briefing from the Bahamas ambassador designate for Israel on the war currently raging there. Minister Mitchell's comments came during the ZNS Network's pre-show for the National Honors Ceremony with Julian Reed. Meantime, Israel has declared war on Hamas after the Islamist militants launched a surprise and highly coordinated assault in Israel over the weekend that has so far killed over 700 Israelis.
We're not in the fight. Our view is that the hostilities should cease, and there needs to be a two-state solution because you have to see the context in which these things happen. So CARICOM is in the process of generating a statement, and as you know, CARICOM is the main instrument through which we conduct our foreign policy, the regional subgrouping. So I suspect that something will be said about that shortly.
The Foreign Affairs Minister is hoping a solution can be reached between both countries.
as we see from our partners in Haiti to the south of us, that the ultimate solution to these things has got to be a social and political solution. Warfare can only last for a particular period of time, and it's important for a political solution to be lodged.
With the nationwide dengue fever count now standing at 180, officials from the Environmental Health Services are intensifying fogging exercises in several hotspots in the hopes of mitigating the mosquito-borne disease. Director of the Department of Environmental Health Services, Melanie McKinsey, says a number of properties that have accumulated a substantial amount of tires, buckets, old appliances, and containers holding water have been cleared down and removed over the past few weeks.
We're going to begin a two-cycle fogging of New Providence and Grand Bahama, where there are another clusters of cases. We have gone house to house in all those instances where cases or suspected cases are, and identified breeding in those properties. We are working along with the Grand Bahama Port Authority to mitigate and to clear up those areas where there are those potential water holding containers. We also are fogging Grand Bahama around the cases. In fact, we're going to fog all areas in Grand Bahama. The same activity is being carried out in the Family Islands where there are cases.
Now, while residents have complained about insufficient fogging exercises being carried out in their areas, McKinsey says it's not a fault of theirs, but an act of Mother Nature. Additionally, she is once again asking the public to do their part.
Fogging only takes place when the weather conditions allow it, meaning that it ought not to be too windy or rain, because the chemical won't stay suspended in the air and therefore has no effect on the mosquito. We are also larviciding. It's looking for the larval stages and treating those larval stages so that they never become adults. The public is invited to assist us by checking their properties around the homes, around their businesses, ensuring that their containers are face down so water doesn't accumulate.
A large British business delegation wrapping up a week of high-level business and government meetings, including a program over in Grand Bahama. The mission was the first of its kind in over 20 years, and it's evident that there's a growing interest in exploring business ventures between both the Bahamas and the United Kingdom. The visit came in the wake of a series of Caribbean Council investment events where Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis was the keynote speaker in London in May of this year. And still to come, activities highlighting Down Syndrome Awareness Month in full swing. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
Just when doing something crazy. Crazy Tuesdays. 5 juicy, mouth-watering pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Crazy Tuesdays. A finger-licking good deal.
my business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up for your right.
The Cancer Society of the Bahamas spreading its message that early detection saves lives. This year is partnering with the Mammogram Access Program to raise awareness among women between the ages of 25 to 35 through its Battle of the Bra initiative. President of the Grand Bahama Cancer Society, Lynette Curtis, has this advice for men.
To the men population, you are not exempted. We are also encouraging you to do your breast exams. We're also encouraging you to know your normal breast so that when things happen, you'll be able to get treatment right away. Because we actually had a male diagnosed with breast cancer in Grand Bahama. His own started with blood coming from out of his breast. And so when he went to get further testing, he was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so he had to go through the same routine that the women go through, the chemotherapy, et cetera, and he was a survivor.
Curtis says the Cancer Society has seen a significant dip in donations since the COVID-19 pandemic.
Now we have to now look at alternative ways in which we can now bring in monies to us. And so that's why we're trying to get these initiatives off the ground.
While breastfeeding is common, there's still some stigma attached to it in public. And now the focus is to make it more accessible and comfortable in the workplace. Here's Corval Pyfrom.
This was then Transport Minister Glenys Hannah Martin 7 years ago talking about the importance of breastfeeding.
We have to ensure that more and more women breastfeed their children.
Nearly a decade later, and the message, neither its significance have changed.
Because women have to go back to work, they decide they're going to formula feed. It makes it easier for them.
The Bahamas National Breastfeeding Association is making the push for more accommodations for nursing moms at work. At recent local National Breastfeeding Week observances, the theme was enabling breastfeeding, making a difference for working parents.
So we want to reiterate to people that even though you have to go to work, we want you to be able to breastfeed successfully. We want people to be encouraged to breastfeed even though they have to go to work.
The aim here from breastfeeding advocates is three-pronged. Put a lid on misconceptions, do away with stigma, and end miseducation. Breastfeeding and making provisions in the workplace for expressing should be commonplace, they say. Jennifer King heads Doctors Hospital's maternity department. There, they've already begun improving the way new moms are able to keep up with their feedings.
When the parent goes back to work, that they need that assistance as well. And so we are educating about expressing the milk, trying to have the support in the workplace so that the mothers can have a time to go and express that milk, pump it, store it, and use it later.
The benefits of this program, says new mom and employee Shanae Davis, are tremendous for both her and her little one, 6-month-old Malia.
It allows me the
benefit to store it, and then when I'm able to carry it home, she can have it for a later time.
Team Doctors Hospital recently picked up the top prize at the Breastfeeding Association's exhibition competition. Tiandra Cartwright and Nicholas Higgs were the contest judges.
This is not a conversation unique only to the Bahamas, but throughout the world. And so we need to take better care of our mothers by providing that platform for them to be mothers in the workplace.
I am a father. I am also a father myself. And so this, providing a safe space for persons to work and operate, is important to me.
Attitudes towards breastfeeding and doing so in the workplace are changing, but advocates want that change accelerated and say ongoing education will help that happen. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
It's Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and President of the Bahamas Down Syndrome Association, Betty Taylor, is hoping for more assistance for their special group. The mother of a 30-year-old disabled son says it's difficult to raise an intellectually challenged child. She says parents simply don't have what they need to encourage their special needs children.
So for us, we'd have to put them in a private school where it's very expensive. Private schools for people with disability on the whole is expensive. And the only other option is the Stapleton School. Now we're having more and more private schools being open. And so our children can go into these places, but we still need more done for them.
The president outlined what she hopes to see moving forward.
We need speech therapy, speech therapists here. We have a limited amount of those, and the ones that are here are very expensive when you think about $120 an hour for speech. We need that, and we need more teachers. We have a university that do not do special ed courses. They may do 1 or 2 courses, but it's for a whole semester, no. So we need more teachers. And if you notice, the government is bringing in a lot of foreign special teachers. We need to train our own Bahamians to help with our children.
In an earlier newscast, we told you about Sheena Eatil and her brother Daniel, who was diagnosed with Down syndrome. Now at the age of 20, Sheena admits while she doesn't treat him any differently, there are many who do.
Find him to home space like I noticed a lot of parents does. I've come to find out that we are ashamed of our relatives or loved ones that have disabilities, which is actually sad and actually breaks my heart because they're wonderful and lovable persons, you know? So we create this box where we put them in. We don't take them out. We don't want to be seen with them because we find a lot of persons in the public class them as retards.
Sheena is hoping that one day discrimination ends among the group.
My goal in being a part of any organization that caters to disabled or Down syndrome or Alzheimer's, whichever disability or differences it may be, is to educate the public. It's important that people know and they are aware of how they should be treated. The organizations from a standpoint of business establishments, you know, when they have to go to a food store, when they have to go to the bank, when they have to NIB, like all of those areas, they're treated, some places, especially at the bank, they're treated, well, when you have staffs that have the knowledge, obviously they're a bit more accommodating to the child. But when you have persons that are not, then they're kind of treated like outcasts.
Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, a rough start to the finals for Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty. We'll tell you how it all went down just ahead in sports.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
Just look around you and see God in everything. His name of love is written on every tiny raindrop. His name of wonder crowns the mountain peak, swirls across the sea. For who else but God? I am that I am. My name is Ansel Saunders, born in Bimini, 1932. I'm a carpenter, boat builder, but also I made most of my life living out of bone fishing. My family was boat builders. So I got into boat building very early. I built my first boat at 16 years old. My dad was a terrific boat builder and a house builder. So I had it on both sides. My uncle, I came up in the workyard where my uncle owned a workyard that built boats. And I was a good guy that came up from bonefish farm, but I was always voicing the bone fishing because it's a skill to bonefish. You gotta have eyes, you gotta see them in time, and then place the baits out there very lightly. Dr. King came here to write the Nobel Prize acceptance speech. And when he came here, they wanted someone to take him someplace real quiet, where he could think. I have a statue of Dr. King now to the Bonefish Hole. It's called the Bonefish Hole up there. The statue wasn't there then, but that's the spot where we used to go, Dr. King and I, so he could reminisce and have someplace real quiet. One time he said, there's so much life all around us. How could people see all this life and yet not believe in the existence of God? Cancel what you do when you have people in the boat and see all this life and not believe in God. What you say to them? So I said, I wrote a psalm, PSALM, that poses some serious questions. And I leave them to ponder those questions. Say you'd like to hear it. I said, Dr. King, people want to hear you speak. You know that. You're the spokesman. I'm tired of listening to myself. I want to hear somebody else sometimes. So I did the psalm for him. He said, until you made me feel so close to heaven, I feel as though I could almost reach out and touch the face of God. He sat down and he wrote some more. I met the Queen twice. I met Margaret Thatcher twice. But nobody could have matched up my meeting Dr. King.
Audio Jungle.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Sometimes life hints at your next step, sending you signs all around, even in unexpected places, to lead you in the right direction. The signs are clear. It's time to pay less for your current mortgage and switch to Scotiabank. Enjoy lower interest rates and no payments up to 2 months when you switch your mortgage to Scotiabank. Plus, we'll even pay your switch costs. Paying less gives you more when you switch to Scotiabank.
At Costrite, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Costrite members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Costrite, where membership truly has its privileges.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Record-breaking temperatures this summer have impacted many ecosystems across the globe. This marine heat wave is likely to have serious repercussions for the Bahamas as a low-lying archipelago dependent on the coral reefs for numerous ecosystem services. Divers, tour operators, and fishers throughout the Bahamian archipelago have observed large areas of white corals, noticing that the usual vibrant yellow, green, and orange hues of healthy coral reefs have been replaced by bright white bleached coral. Ocean Atlas, the world's largest underwater sculpture and now an iconic underwater feature, is also feeling the impacts of the elevated water temperatures and consequent stress to corals. The Bahamas Reef Environmental Educational Foundation, BREEF, created the coral reef sculpture Garden in waters of Western New Providence in 2014 as a beacon of hope for the ocean, to draw attention to the threats faced by Bahamian coral reefs and to inspire action for coral reef conservation.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
The Elizabeth Estates Public Library is joining in the country's 50th Independence Anniversary celebrations through a history exhibition dubbed Step into the Timeless Tapestry of Bahamian Heritage.
In our technology section, we have the different items we use today. We have a sewing machine, one that some kids may not have seen before. So we have a lot of items that some of our younger generation, they would find really interesting to know that grandma and great-grandma used to use these things, and they had to do these chores that is almost unimaginable to them.
And what would the library's exhibition be without a book display?
We do have a book display of Bahamian books. First of all, we have a bush medicine book. Like was mentioned, the medicinal factors of bush medicine, Bahamian history. We have a lot of Bahamian history books. You know, it's very important to learn about our history, or you'll run the risk of repeating whatever bad decisions you don't want to make. We also have many books by Gail Saunders. We are displaying some of her books, which contains a lot of good nuggets. So come on in and come read. Just look around and enjoy yourselves. Bring your kids. It's for all ages. Our audience is for all ages.
I'm Adama Williams for Ed Talk. Want to stay in the know? Subscribe. Text 819-BMOE. That's 819-2663. Remember to like and subscribe to our social media platforms.
Walk into any Super Value and Quality Supermarkets location and walk out with great savings like Libby Spaghetti and Meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.49. Rainbow Corned Beef, 12-ounce, $2.39. Amalanda Milk, 1 liter, 2 for $2.50. Center Cut Pork Chops, $2.69 per pound. Iceberg lettuce, $1.99 each. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
From the creators of I Am Ariel, and Jonathan's World presents another original production this National Heroes Month. From Whence We Came and Beyond. On October 13th through the 15th, the history of the Bahamas comes to life. This 50th anniversary of independence. Experience one of the most epic shows on a Broadway scale. Live on stage like you've never seen it. 3 days only.
Make
Make your company representative stand out through an embroidery design on your uniforms from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Janae's utilizes the latest state-of-the-art embroidery technology to monogram large and small quantities of shirts, caps, bags, and other articles. If you don't already have a digitized logo, Janae's can design and digitize your idea and bring it to life. Then install the logo of your choice from their large selections of 27 stock colors of golf shirts in cotton or dry fit, caps, or workwear. Call 394-8385 or 6 or visit www.janays.com.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Bahamas Power and Light has taken on 40 new apprenticeships for its craftsmanship program. The new talents come from across the country and will be a part of this program that will equip them with technical proficiency. BPL CEO Siobhan Cambridge recently welcomed the group into the BPL family and says they are embarking on an exciting journey.
But those who excel are then moved on to another 2 years to become full-fledged technicians. And then the high flyers out of that group are actually selected. Some of them are selected to go on to become engineers. So they go on to do another 2 years to get the full tertiary degree, either in electrical or mechanical engineering.
And it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, LaDawn. Outside of our studios, patchy clouds, temperature 88 degrees, the relative humidity at 61%. We have west-northwest winds at 3 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,011.6 millibars is 29.85 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 84 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Greenville, Key, and March Harbor, Abaco, the Berry Islands, 86. Alisan, Bimini, 80 degrees. 89 in Harbour Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera, Artistan, Cat Island, 88, 87 in Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space on Andros. Fresh Creek, Central Andros, they have a temperature of 90 degrees, 88 in San Salvador and Room Key. Georgetown, Exuma, 90 degrees also in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, Matchetown, Unago. Very warm at 93, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 88 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center for all areas through tomorrow. Those winds going to be light and variable with flat seas 1 to 3 feet. Low tide takes place at 11:40 tonight. Another low tide at 11:45 tomorrow morning. Now, on Wednesday, for all areas, the winds become southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide on Wednesday, that will occur at 6:21 in the morning, with the low tide at 12:30 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. For your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
What's a Sand Dollar rebate? It's the digital Bahamian dollar back in your wallet. Top up any Sand Dollar enabled digital wallet and make a purchase of $50 or more in Sand Dollars at Super Value, Quality Supermarkets, Solomon's Fresh Market, or Sawyer's Fresh Market. Get up to $25 back when you redeem your rebate online between September 15th and October 15th at sanddollar.bs/rebate. Rules and restrictions apply.
got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health.
Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant here to educate you on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Here's what you don't do. Do not pull up from the pump without first checking that the nozzle has been removed from your car. Because if you pop this, that's about $600,000 to $30,000 to replace. These things ain't cheap. What you want to do is make sure that the nozzle has been removed, or just wait for the universal sign, which is the double tap.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Here's how things are set up for you. Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty facing off against the defending champion Las Vegas Aces. Game 1 of the WNBA Finals yesterday. This one a tight contest, at least for the first 3 quarters anyway. Fourth quarter, the defending champs, they get it going. They start to take control of this one down the stretch. They build up a double-digit lead, and guess what? They would never look back. They go on to win easily. Comfortable margin here. Final score 99-82. Aces take a 1-0 series lead. Jonquel, she finished up with 16 points on 7 of 12 shooting from the floor. She also added 10 rebounds and a block. Game 2 of that best of 5 comes your way on Wednesday. Meanwhile, shifting to softball, the One Bahamas ladies fast pitch softball tournament wrapping up yesterday with the U.S. Virgin Islands. They took home the title, beating a local squad, the Balmer G Operators, 9-0 in the process. Sunshine Auto Wildcats, they got the bronze as they beat the UB Mingos by walk-off fashion. Organizers pretty pleased with how things turned out. They're already planning to get another one going. Youth flag football getting some attention on Harbor Island as recently as this past weekend. The Bahamas Youth Flag Football League, along with the Barracudas Flag Football Club in Harbor Island, they hosted a clinic there. The goal of the clinic was to introduce the sport to the youth of the community. Over 30 kids between the ages of 4 and 15 attended the event, much to the delight of the Barracudas coach, Darren Johnson.
Our main goals is to teach the kids discipline, team building, conflict resolution, and better ways to learn how to follow instructions and team building, and also have a great attitude. The life skills that they're going to need to make them go far in life. So that's the main reason why we're doing it. Plus, we all love football.
And that's your check on sports for you here on this Monday. I'm Marcellus Hall. Don't go anywhere. We do have that final look at the weather. That is just ahead.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
First we plan, then we innovate,
then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather in the tropics, we have this tropical wave several hundred miles to the south-southwest of the Cape Verde Islands. Has a very good chance of developing into a tropical depression in a couple of days. We're giving that about an 80% chance of that happening. And then closer to home, we have that frontal boundary just to the north of us, and that will support some cloud cover over the extreme northwest Bahamas with 1 or 2 passing showers over the next couple of days. Tonight, mainly clear and warm, still on the humid side, and a low temperature tonight. That should get down to 79 degrees. Tomorrow is shaping up like this. Periods of clouds and sunshine with some showers in the forecast as well. Remaining somewhat humid and warm tomorrow with your high temperature getting up to 89 degrees. And the extended weather forecast, we will have pockets of showers right into Thursday. Things dry out a bit as we head into Friday. But come the weekend, we'll see some more showers and thunderstorms working their way back into our forecast. Right on.
Thanks a lot, Basil. And finally, tonight, the Save Our Little Darlings organization hosting its 5th annual charity gala on Saturday. The 15-year-old nonprofit organization's goal is to save our young ones from sexual abuse and exploitation. Keynote speaker and police press liaison officer, Chief Superintendent Chrislyn Skippings, talked about the fundamental values in nurturing our nation's youth.
God has placed them in our care to nurture, train, and develop what he has placed within them. If you want your child to reach their destiny, you must create an environment where your children will experience love and joy while simultaneously being taught how to navigate through the various challenges that life offers.
Well, that does it for the Bahamas Tonight, the national report. For all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.